that he, that he created this. I think that's wonderful. A person can go out and create something like this. I wish people just leave him alone, just let him be. Leave the rats alone. See, Michael does cutesy things. If you notice, when he was going into the court and how he had his handcuffs, when he was walking to the court and how he left up like this, he does things like that. Just create a little attention, Michael's got, and I'm gonna tell you one thing: if Michael don't like somebody or don't like something, you know how the people around him knows that. I'll show you. He moonwalks backwards, and that's a sign that people. That's a sign that Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
What about this? When after when there were so many of his supporters there for the Caravan of Love, and he got on top of the car, and they said that he was dancing on the car. What are your feelings about that?
They called it an extravagance.
It didn't look like he was dancing on the car, to me.
It didn't look like he was dancing. The way we see it as a whole here, we see it as Michael hurting. He was hurting from what was going on in his life, and to get that to get that strength and hear the voice of the fans that came so far to be there to support him and let him know that we're behind him and we love him. We know that he is the one that's being done wrong. It was just a gesture of love when he wanted everyone to see him. So what better way is to get on the highest mountain? It could have been a tree there. I'm pretty sure he would have climbed it. It was just happened to be a vehicle to get up there and let people see that, hey, I'm here and I'm still standing. And no matter what, I love you and thank you for coming. And this is what it meant.
Then the other thing is, if you look at his music, anything he goes through when there's a fight, he always dances. He wasn't dancing. He just naturally has rhythm as a black man.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But I will stand up here and I will let you know that I'm okay and I believe that I'm innocent. Yeah. I mean, I understand it was unusual for that to happen, but it was an unusual situation.
That's right.
Yeah, the public needs to know that he was helping as well. The fans were going to see Michael one way or another, so they won't say anything positive about it, because then that would be giving him a little bit of credit, but he actually helped.
Michael Jackson is unique, and we were there, and we saw him when we went in, and the things that we heard that they said happened really didn't happen. They said that he stayed up there a long time beforehand and was talking to the fans, and that's why he was late, and that's not true. The truth was that they didn't have things set up right. He could not get in there because there were so many people around there. That's why. But when he came in, he waved, but he just walked on in. And when he came out, like you said, it's like, you just imagine that your family, a whole bunch of your family came to support you, and you couldn't speak to them all. It's just like people came from all over the world, his friends, his family, to support him, and they had been staying out there. They drove all night long. People came, overseas and for one day, and they were hungry or whatever, and that's why it wasn't like it was a party or something. He just brought them over to his home afterwards. I mean, wouldn't you do that if people came to support you? All the press go there. The travesty, they should have gone home. Yes. It wasn't their business anyway.
That's a good point. Very good point.
He comes from that down home, background where you support people.
It wasn't that he was out of touch with what reality. He was very in touch with reality because he was the one that was being accused. So to get anybody there that's happy to see him and supporting him was something that he was thriving off of, and that was the moment. That was the moment that we understood, and that was the moment that we're happy that he gave us.
What do you feel about the media calling that a circus and all the fans here?
Well, they called it a circus because mainly they made it the circus. I mean, we didn't see it as a circus. We saw it as a human being that needed our support and needed our help. Genius, a person that is so giving and loving and hurting at the time, hurting and needing someone for a change. So we rallied together to do that for Michael, to let him know that, hey, you're not alone. You are not alone. And so the circus only came from those voices that were shouting and talking about us and trying to belittle us.
And then when he was on top of the car, it was after the court hearings on his own property. So it was his car and it was his time then.
Exactly.
So they want him to walk around with his head hung down.
Demonstrate on the public street ain't where you want to.
That's right, but he has no reason to hang his head. And I'm proud of him that he doesn't hang his head, and I hope he never will, because he is a significant human being. And in addition, I was so happy when he did that, and I had wished with all of my heart that he had enough space up there to do the moonwalk, because I love seeing him do the moonwalk. It's a good thing I'm not acquainted with him personally, because he would probably get tired of me begging for him to do the moonwalk once more. But you know, that is.
Now, on that note, we're going to say, let's see who this man is. You've seen that someone has joined us, and we're going to find out who this man is. And as we promise you, we're going to hear about this book called Redemption that they keep on lifting up in the media, but people keep on lifting up this book, but we don't ever hear anything about it. So when we come back, we're going to hear about it. It's
controversial,
very
hello. Watch out.
So when we come back, we're going to hear about it, okay? All right.
See you when we get back.
All have sinned and come and has fallen short of the glory of God. The judgment that God has for us, except by the grace of God. And Jesus is Lord, and I believe that He's going to prevail in this situation and in every situation as long as we depend.
Well, Gower, this has been very exciting so far, right?
Oh, it's been a blast.
Well, we're going to keep our word again. Not like some stations where they say, we're coming back, and then they never come back to that. Except for a long time. So now we're going to come back and we're going to introduce